News dump. The Jordan flu game has nothing on this.
Times two.
Wow.
This is,
Wow.
occasionally you're under the weather. I'm under the weather. We got a double bubble this week, folks.
Yeah.
I feel like
I will say this.
uh,
One of us has COVID.
Yep.
We will let the audience decide.
The other one of us just has the sniffles from being in a concert in rain for 90 minutes, but
You just gave it away. I love concerts.
it's all the same, I will say, I'm glad we postponed because 2 days ago, you might have just heard fucking farts and poops in the microphone.
Which is what you'll hear anyways today. News dump. R.I.P. Donald Sutherland. After 7 decades of acting, the father of Kiefer has passed away. Not necessarily known for that, of course. No Oscars during his time, but Hunger Games, Pride and Prejudice, MASH, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, obviously a guy that has been in just about every realm of acting.
Yeah.
Very notable actor. Not like top tier, but someone that everyone knew, someone that everyone liked. Goo, this is completely my own ignorance here. I did not know, and again, this is ignorant. I did not know he was Kiefer Sutherland's father, despite the last name. How about that?
All right.
How about that? I learned that when he passed. So
that might have been the first thing that I knew.
Yeah,
about him.
I didn't know that. I didn't know they were related, which is interesting.
Did I mention this? No Oscars?
Yeah, I mean, what role are you gonna give him an Oscar for, though?
I watched a retrospective, and apparently there were a lot of videos, late 70s, early 80s, not videos, movies, that could have jumped in there,
Okay.
and he could have been awarded for.
Fair
And
enough.
now, you would know him most from the Hunger Games, correct?
Yep. He was the head bad guy in the Hunger Games.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I believe Kiefer said this, is that he was never afraid to jump into a new genre.
Yeah, love that. Love that. Keep it fresh, exciting.
He was in Buffy. He was in the Buffy movie.
Yeah, he sure was.
He's also maybe one of the most famous GIFs of all time is from Invasion of the Body Snatchers, though. Right?
Yeah, that's a great
amazing.
one.
We had another passing news dump. And that is Martin Mull, comedic. Would you say genius? I mean, he was a long time comedic working actor. I know that we would know him. Our childhood would be Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Might be the first time that we were introduced to him. It's a couple 90s boys over
Yeah,
here.
he played the
but also
principal and Hilda's love interest.
I believe so. Roseanne, Arrested Development, Gene Parmesan, of course, Clue.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Martin Mull was, he's got one of those faces that you're just like, this guy feels like my grandfather. One of those types of things. He seemed like a lovable actor. Every time we saw him, he was funny. So another one bites the dust. Goo.
He was in that Fox show with Seth Green and Giovanni Ribisi. Dads. That's how I would know.
Yeah, that's how you would know. That's how most people would know.
He was actually on, I think it was late 70s, and I might be wrong here. It was a fake talk show, and he was the sidekick.
Okay.
That's pretty good. I've seen a lot of clips of that. News dump. Stop with whatever you're doing on your table. I can hear that.
That's
and
my
I don't
chair.
Like it.
The thing is not locking in. I don't care for that.
Oh no. That's a really expensive chair. Not to brag, but you have a very expensive chair.
Come on, Mavics. Fuck.
All right, Mac, we have gotten a lot of leaked photos. I don't even know if these are leaked. I feel like someone is doing this on purpose, of the upcoming Superman movie.
I don't know if they're leaked on purpose because they're like not of the highest quality. You think you'd have like high res quality photos if they were on purpose. We saw Soup's David Cornsweet both as Clark Kent and in his Superman outfit. So a little bit of a blowback with his curly cues in his nerd Clark Kent outfit.
Can you tell the difference? Like, do you know which one's which?
Which one's Superman and which one's Clark Kent?
No, like if you only saw Clark Kent, would you think that nerd could be Superman?
No, I would be completely fooled.
You know what? Someone made a good point, and this is a while ago, of like, oh, people always say, how can you not tell the difference? One just has glasses. And then they show Zoe Deschanel with bangs and glasses, and then Zoe Deschanel without, and you're like, holy shit, these are the same person.
Yeah, I think more people have like face blindness too than we
Yeah,
really recognize. So most people aren't paying attention to certain things. So I think it's very
zero.
easy.
I go a very long time without knowing anyone's name. We also got stills of Mr. Terrific and Cat Grant.
Yeah, I don't know either of these characters. As much as I'm a quote unquote Superman guy, I've never read the comics, so I don't know like anything outside of the main cast.
Well, according to the Book Boys, we ran this by Doc and Fryer, and of course, Doc is the only one that wants to respond to us. I don't know where
Yeah,
Fryer
it's too
is,
busy.
but he said that these are two insignificant characters that. God, I'm dying. That people shouldn't know, and it's just James Gunn trying to be cute.
I mean, Doc's got it out for James Gunn.
Doc does not like this movie,
As you
and it.
as you
Yeah,
aptly put it, he's advocating for gun control, which I really enjoy.
look, I'll tell you right now, this is getting me excited because I think that Gunn, and I think we've already talked about this, is that Gunn has he has a love for the 1978 movie and the Boy Scout nature of
Yep.
it. I think he's going to nail this movie.
Yeah, and also as we've seen, he's absolutely smashed it when you have these like off the beaten path characters. So give me more of them.
Yeah. I wish the Superman suit was a little bit tighter, though. You can see like some pieces coming off.
Sure.
That reminds me of the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, where like the Spidey suit doesn't fit him completely.
Do you think, as an actor, as one who went to art school, do you think it's
As an actor, yes, Mr. Lipton. Go ahead, ask me
do
any
you think
question.
a consideration for any potential actors for Superman and or Spider-Man is cock size? Like if you got a small wee wee, you don't really want to
Nah,
hop into those costumes.
you can Robert Plant that. You can stuff your jeans.
You could, but then everyone would know.
That's like what's his name? Anthony Starr did like a men's health video recently, and he's like, I just have to stay thin. Like that, I just have to fit into the
Right.
suit. And then the suit adds the padding. I
True.
don't have to do any of that
It
stuff.
also like when you lose weight too, your dinky gets a little bit bigger too, so that's a plus.
Mhm. That's also, I think we've already talked about this too on the podcast, is Michael Keaton telling a story of when he was Batman in the 80s and he was trying to work out, he was doing some boxing, and Nicholson's like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm trying to get in shape for the movie. He's like, you wear a rubber suit. As he walks by eating a hoagie.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for this. News dump. Speaking of Batman, we got a trailer for the upcoming animated show coming to Prime in August. Caped Crusader. Is it Tales of the Caped Crusader? It's the Batman. It's the animated 1940s set Batman show that is coming out in the. I just talked about this. I'm in a fog.
You got COVID brain.
Is that giving too much of a clue as to which one?
You're the COVID
Yeah.
Crusader. Fucking nailed that.
Yeah. Nailed it.
I can't say I'm looking forward to this. This is gonna be one of those ones. It'll be like a little bit to me that Harley Quinn show that you really liked, and finally
I love the Harley
after like
Quinn
a
show,
season or two of really quality stuff, I might jump in, but I can't say I'm necessarily looking forward to this.
And this also is a lot of like Batman versus cops. They haven't lined up yet. They haven't teamed up
Yep.
yet. And also, I think the voice here, because I was a little critical last week with Fryer. I'm like, I don't know if I love this voice. It's Hamish. Shoot, I'm blanking on the name. He plays the brother in the New Adventures of Old Christine. But
That's how
that's how I know him personally. But the voice feels more natural in this setting, not just reading off the names of the cast.
Sure.
Which I suppose it should.
Hamish Linklater.
Yes.
Oh, he's
It's the
also
brother.
He's also in isn't he like he's one of those cop shows too, isn't he?
The show Cops?
No, not Cops.
Was he chased by the cops?
Hamish Linklater. What a terrible name.
News up. Look at you calling out someone's name. Your name sucks.
Fuck you. At least I don't spell it Geoffrey.
We also got like fucking Jenkins. We got it was Greenlit, a Green Lantern series. Culture Club had this info at Culture Club on X. We have 8 episodes. It'll be on Max. It'll follow the Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. Chris Mundy is the showrunner. Damon Lindelof and Tom King are co-writing.
Yeah, this is one that I might be more excited for than most. Obviously, Lindelof has contributed a ton to television. I think the combination of him kind of being overseen by James Gunn and how that is honestly going to connect to a lot of things in this new DCU could be huge. It could be a really awesome show.
News dump. Kevin Feige has confirmed that Fantastic Four is set in the 1960s, and it's teased. It's in an alternate universe to the main MCU.
Yeah, that seemed like one of the first things we all kind of sniffed out, that like if this was going to be set in the 60s, it has to be in an alternate timeline. So I'm pretty interested to see how they cross the swords here, cross the streams, and connect them to our timeline, because inevitably that is what's going to happen. So I wonder if that happens towards the end of the movie, in the middle of the movie. I don't know really, but I am looking forward to that.
Do you think that doing something like this, being outside of the timeline where people do have multiverse fatigue, is like it's too late? Like this should have been something, and obviously they've been working towards this, but this should have been something like right after Endgame.
I don't know, because you kind of needed a bit of a palate cleanser in a year, maybe 2 off after Endgame.
7 years after. When was Endgame?
19.
19 what? 1998?
You could argue this should have came a couple years ago, but I am interested in finally like bringing the Fantastic Four in it and kind of moving our storyline to something new, because we have been in a holding pattern now for 3 or 4 years.
This also gives us the chance to recast Reed Richards again if we want.
Yes, very true. That is very
If we think that he's too old. If we think Simmons is old.
Simmons is old.
News dump. Speaking of Marvel, we have gotten more teases for Deadpool and Wolverine. And this one, we get Sabertooth.
Yeah.
Hey, Marvel, hear me out. We're going to see your fucking movie. Stop showing us stuff.
I believe this is Tyler Maine's Sabertooth. It's the one you would recognize most from the original X-Men movies. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I don't want more. I guess these aren't really spoilers, but I don't want more info about the movie.
We're 4 weeks away.
Yeah, just let it ride.
It's already, I think, the most pre-ordered ticket for a rated R movie of all time.
Yeah.
It's set ticket sales.
You couldn't get more people hyped than they already are. Just don't give us any more.
I've actually seen some backlash about this, with people saying this movie looks like bullshit. It looks too fan servicey. Where I think that they haven't shown us a lot of the movie. A lot of the trailers has shown us a lot of the same footage. Now they're just kind of sprinkling in some fan service stuff now.
Yeah, of course there's going to be. I mean, all right. So if people go into this movie thinking that there's not going to be a lot of fan service, they're fucking stupid. The whole point of like going down into that fucking whatever world it's called. I always forget the name that we saw it in Loki. Half of it's going to be fan service, alluding to things that happened in the past. It's not going to have a lot to do with the plot of the movie, that it's just going to be sprinkled stuff here and there. But again, we don't really know the plot of the movie still. Like they've done a good job keeping that under wraps. So let's withhold our judgment until after the movie.
Also, I'm a fan and I like to be serviced.
There you go.
I would rather, and I'm not asking for fan service the movie, but I would rather get the sprinkles of fan service as opposed to them just putting their middle finger up being like, fuck you. Yeah. We're not giving it to you. News dump. Marvel is heading back to San Diego Comic-Con this year. They skipped last year. They'll be in Hall H, and they're only putting out one movie this year, and they're trying to get people back on board for the 20 movies that are coming out next year.
Yeah. Again, Fantastic Four is kind of going to be a jumping off point for the next 2 years in the Marvel, in the MCU. So I'm okay with them just waiting and teasing for the next 6-8 months.
Well,
however long.
It looks like they'll be announcing the main characters that'll be used in the next Avengers movie.
I'll be cool with that as well.
Yeah. I mean, the San Diego Comic-Con stuff a couple years ago was better than the movies that they were putting out. The announcements that they were making. Like it was more exciting.
Yeah. And again, if Deadpool and Wolverine is somehow a miss, and then Fantastic Four also ends up being a miss, we'll have
Well, no,
a different conversation.
Then it's fucking done.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's done. If you miss on those two, first, if you miss on the Deadpool movie, that's really bad.
Yes.
Like that's going to be really bad with the audience.
Agreed. But I'm saying, in the meantime, we'll continue to be excited until we know we're going down a bad avenue.
And of course, lucky for Marvel right now is that it looked like for a time there movies were dead. Like like a month ago, it looked like movies were fucking dead.
And then
Now it looks like movies are back.
And then Inside Out 2 just made $1 bazillion. So
Inside Out 2, and then what was the other movie that just did really well? Bad Boys 4.
Yeah, insane.
Bad Boys 4 went in there and they're like, "You guys think movies are dead? Movies are back."
I don't understand it. I don't get it.
And then I think isn't A Quiet Place doing pretty well right now? I forgot it was coming out.
It came out yesterday, 2 days ago, whenever. It's got like 80, 85, 75 on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's doing decently well. I don't know what the money's like though.
Are we going to talk about it this week?
I'm probably not going to see it until for like 3 or 4 days.
Okay, then I'm not going to see it either. Okay. Then,
well, I'm going to see it, just not by Goose Day.
I guess
I'll see it Monday. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Oh, you know what I don't have in here, and it has to do with Marvel, and maybe this can be our next episode. I saw reports, and this could be completely wrong, but the Captain America movie, the next Captain America movie, The Brave and the Bold, or The Brave and the Beautiful?
That's what it's called.
The Bold. Okay.
The Bold and the Beautiful.
The beautiful one. The Bold and the Beautiful. Yeah. Its budget is now over $350 million.
I don't even know where to begin with that. That can't be a good sign, right? That can't be good.
So I think off of the back of that, do you want to do Goose Day's episode, the most expensive movies ever?
That's not bad. Just like a top 10, or what? Like just talk about it.
No, we'll just look at them and we'll say, hey, was it worth it? Was Waterworld worth it?
Hey, don't you besmirch Waterworld?
We can just do Waterworld if you want. I have time this weekend. I can watch Waterworld. In honor of Captain America, the Brave and the Beautiful, let's do fucking Waterworld.
How about this? Let's do Waterworld if Deadpool and Wolverine is a disappointment in honor of the MCU sinking.
Is Waterworld available on any streaming platform? That's what I need
to know.
It's on
UPN 38.
It's right now on UPN 38. News dump. Mac does seriously love Waterworld, by the way. Freaky Friday 2 has started production. And yes, Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis is on board.
I don't know who wanted this. I don't know who needs this. I don't know what sort of resolution they need to come to following the first movie. But hey, they're there and they're making it.
Got to assume that Lohan now has a daughter. And we're in for a 3-way swap.
Dude, do you think this will be sexier?
I didn't say that. I'm just thinking a little menage a swap.
Maybe that's the route they go here.
I think trois is the 3 is actually what I need.
Yeah, no, you said
swap de trois.
I don't know why you said swap, but for swap,
I'll say swap de trois.
I will watch that movie when it's free. Oh, that's my thought on Freaky Friday 2.
I mean, for any of us that have seen the Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie that came out a couple of years ago, we know that we're in a Lindsay Lohan-essence right now. So hop on board. News up. Friday 4 is in the works, according to Ice Cube.
Friday 3 wasn't very good, but I will be oddly excited for this movie. The first 2 Fridays are fucking awesome. I, for whatever reason, enjoy this franchise more than most.
What year was Friday 3?
So Friday was 95, maybe?
And then the sequel was like 97 or 98.
Yeah, and it might have been 01 for the Friday after next.
So we're looking at a 20-year gap here.
Yeah. Maybe it was 01 or 02, I think.
Legacy sequels, they're always good.
They always crush it.
Also, when they're like, it's in the works, it usually doesn't happen. Like seeing that Freaky Friday 2, which might be the sequel to Friday 4.
Yeah.
Like seeing that, it's actually started production, you think it might actually happen.
No, that's a crossover century right there.
Speaking of crossovers, news dump. Channing Tatum said that he would love to make a sequel, and Jonah Hill would also want to be in on this, for a 23 Jump Street movie. And he said that the script that he read is the best script for a third movie he has ever read, which is quite the, put the little asterisk on there. And the script that he had read was a 21 Jump Street Men in Black crossover that was written by Rodney Rothman. And this came out, the script at least, was leaked during the Sony hack that happened 2014, question mark.
Oh, I think it was well after that, wasn't it?
2017?
Yeah.
Look, dude, I'm sick. Leave me alone. But either way, he's still in for this. Jonah Hill is still in for this. I know that we got Men in Black 4 that did not do well, but this is a crossover that I would still be first day. I'd be there ready to see.
Yeah, I think you could just jump into this crossover and pretend like Men in Black 4 didn't happen. 21 and 22 Jump Street are two of the best comedies of the last 15 years. So fucking good. Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill absolutely crushed their roles. The writing's pretty clever in them.
And they both made a lot of money,
yes,
too.
Yeah. And I think that's how you sort of rejuvenate and or save the Men in Black franchise, is cross them over with Jump Street. I think it would be fucking awesome.
You do a rated R comedy, and I know that at the end of 22 Jump Street, they did that whole montage of like the jokes of what they could do with these. And that kind of kills any of like them going back to another college or high school or something like that. But putting them in this ridiculous world of Men in Black, that's something that still seems very appealing to me.
I couldn't be more in on that idea.
The question, though, is Jonah Hill still funny?
Well, I think in that setting, he'd absolutely be funny.
Okay.
That's my take on that.
That's your take. Yeah. I'm in. I'm in. Please.
Double in.
Please make this movie. I know that this has been something that people have talked about over the past couple of years, but the fact that the two actors are still in for this. Count me in. News down. Speaking of sequels, Eddie Murphy has leaked out that we will be getting a 5-rack possibly within the next couple of years, because he was talking to, how would you feel about, one of your other movies being revived? And he's like, well, we're already reviving 5-rack, which should be out in 2 years. And Donkey, or he says Donkey, will be getting a spinoff.
If you can't interpret what Goo is saying, that's Shrek 5. I don't want this. I don't need this. And I love the first two Shreks. Don't get me wrong.
Shrek 4 also good.
I just don't think there's a version of this movie that's great. So don't do it.
You know what I find very odd is how low energy Eddie Murphy always is during interviews.
It is weird.
And then when you see him perform, you're like, oh my fucking God, how is this the same person? It's like Clark Kent and Superman.
He seems like genuinely disinterested in interviews and talking at all to anyone in the public. And then in his movies, he's way overboard.
Not only in the movies, but like when he did SNL, which was live. So it was a completely different person. Yeah. It's like he just turns on in his brain and he's this amazing entertainer again.
Right. It is weird.
Yeah, but I'd be in for this. We've had a long enough break. Yeah. You can make Shrek sexy again.
Yeah. Oh, if they make it sexy, I'm in.
Sexy Shrek. News dump. Speaking of sexy, what a fucking transition. We got a trailer for Nosferatu, the Robert Eggers movie starring the Billies and Lily, Skarsgård, Defoe, and Depp. And this will be out on Christmas Day.
Didn't watch this trailer. I got no interest in this movie.
What?
I got no interest.
This looks so good. This looks so good it might fucking kill me.
I have no interest in this movie.
I am so in on this.
Really?
And I think this will snap Billy Skarsgård's rough year.
Yeah, he's had a brutal year. I don't.
When we saw that he had 6 movies coming out this year, we thought this was a coming out party.
I don't like Nosferatu. Couldn't be like. I don't know how to say it other than that movie should never ever be touched. And I get Robert Eggers is clearly a cinephile, and he has a good chance of making a very good movie here. I just don't want it to be called Nosferatu.
Yeah, but what if he's now Nosferatu?
Oh, we're making this sexy now.
Well, they already did. They already said that he's a sexed up version. He's sexy.
I'll get to this trailer eventually. I probably will not see this movie in theaters.
I saw this trailer and I'm like, you know what? Kind of in. This looks great.
All right.
This looks good. And perfect release on Christmas Day.
Yeah, it's just what we're looking for.
News dump. I am limping to the finish line here. We also got a trailer for another Christmas movie, and that is Red One. This stars J.K. Simmons playing Santa once again. Of course, we had him in my favorite Christmas movie there that I'm blanking on. God damn it, I'm in the... Oh, Klaus. There we go. I love Klaus. But now he's jacked, but he gets kidnapped. So he has to be saved by The Rock, Chris Evans, and a polar bear. And they have to fight Krampus or something.
This trailer was confusing. I didn't know what was going on in this trailer. He's playing Santa, but The Rock is also kind of like a Santa. I don't understand who The Rock is.
And then Chris Evans is also Santa?
No,
And the polar
like,
bear?
is The Rock
fucking
his
also
understudy?
Santa?
I don't understand what The Rock's doing there, but The Rock
You know, be funny.
gonna save him.
Here, you ready for this? What if The Rock is an elf?
Ooh,
Because he's so big, and elves are small.
right.
The comedy writes itself.
It'll be perfect.
It's just like Fred Claus.
This trailer was confusing. I don't know how this movie got made, to be quite honest.
This is a Netflix movie. This
It
looks like a
like
Netflix movie.
It does.
Like the quality of what they showed us, both
It
of
looks like a fucking Peacock movie.
News Dump. Godzilla X Kong Divided by Monsters is coming to Max on the 4th of July.
If you liked the prior movie, you'll probably like this one. It's much of the same. It's a lot of the same stuff. I didn't care for it. It wasn't terrible.
News Dump. Looking like Mendy is coming back to the Star Wars universe for Andor. Via playlist, Ben Mendelsohn will reprise his role as Orson Krennic in Andor Season 2.
Again, I just need someone who watches Andor to let me know when they get to the lightsabers and Force stuff, and then I will start watching it. Otherwise, you guys can enjoy it, and I hope you do.
I might watch it today.
Oh, how about that?
I have time.
How about that?
Hope my glasses don't break. News Dump. MacGUlytes. Mac, I'm caught up on the MacGUlyte.
Bang! Credit to COVID Goo. Finally having time to watch shows. Goo.
Yeah.
This episode of The Acolyte was 25 of the best minutes Star Wars has done since it's been owned by Disney in a decade. It was fucking awesome. It was great.
It was fun.
The choreography was fucking awesome. The powers and movement and lightsabers that we saw was so satisfying. We saw some of the most brutal kills we've ever seen in the Star Wars universe. It was fucking awesome.
So once again, keep in mind that I have not seen Andor, and I would put season 1 and 2 of The Mandalorian over most of the other stuff in this Star Wars universe that we've gotten recently. I think The Acolyte is no better or no worse than everything else that we've gotten.
Yeah, no, I agree in general. Yes, I'm saying the 15 to 20 minute sequence.
I know, but that was my general thought.
Okay.
I have not given my thought on the show yet.
The 15 to 20 minute sequence in the woods in the forest in this episode was fucking amazing. They just haven't done anything like that ever, really. I mean, the highs of The Mandalorian have been pretty great too, but this is in the conversation for best thing they've done in the last decade.
I think the highs, the lows of this other show. I think Obi-Wan has some really low lows.
Oh, yeah.
But the highs of Obi-Wan are pretty good too. Also, the highs or the one high, the episode with Hayden Christensen of Ahsoka was also great too.
Yeah, there's a lot of satisfactor involved in those two shows, which doesn't come into play for some folks with this show. But as far as like just what we actually saw on the screen, how great it was, I have a hard time saying anything was better than the 15 minutes in the Force in this episode.
News Dump. Hi, my name is it's the Boys. That's our theme song for the Boys now. Hi, my name is DJ Qualls. I'm on the list.
Goo. Before we talk about this week's episode, which again you are also caught up on this, which is nice.
Yeah.
Little news came out that Adam McKay, of course, director of Step Brothers and other movies you may or may not like, he tried to get a Boys trilogy of movies greenlit in the late 2000s, pre-MCU. So maybe right around Iron Man, 2008, 2007. He said it just came down to it being 2008, not 2018. I just don't think they were ready for it yet. Number one, I'm happy that Adam McKay saw the potential. Number two, I'm happy he didn't get greenlit because the version we got on Prime is superior to anything that would have been done 15 years ago.
You wouldn't have wanted a Will Ferrell Homelander? Yeah, so in this, first off, let's go back to our last episode, our award-winning questions about the halfway point of The Boys that we just did at the start of last week, where I brought up Stan Edgar, and you said that we're never getting Stan Edgar again.
Never again. And then, like 8 seconds into the 5th episode, Stan Edgar's on the screen. I said, wouldn't you know? So wrong there.
Nosferatu.
I'm interested to see how much of a role he's going to play going forward. It was a solid episode. It was a lot of stuff going on, but we didn't really move the story along. Other than
was a lot of
them
stuff that I
using
liked.
the virus, like it's again at the end of this final episode. It almost, now I could be wrong. The guy from Jeffrey Dean Morgan is his name. The guy from The Walking Dead. Did that not feel like he was not there? Didn't it feel like it was the Becca type of thing at the end of this episode?
Maybe.
I keep
Like
coming
the
back
Sixth
to
Sense.
that. I keep coming back to him not being real, but then I don't know who would have kidnapped Newman's husband, so I don't know. But
Newman.
things are interesting. Things are interesting.
I mean, I liked the Ryan Homelander stuff once again.
Yeah.
That's going to pull me in every single time. I think IGN wrote something like, "Stop torturing Huey." I liked the Huey storyline in this episode.
Yeah, the whole thing with his father was dark, very dark. Yeah. And I thought Simon Pegg did a great job playing and conveying the emotions he did in this episode. And we literally haven't seen him on screen acting in this show in a season and a half. So that was pretty cool.
I mean, you shouldn't raise the dead, right?
No, you definitely should not. I am anti dead raising.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Right.
News dump. And The Bear, all 10 episodes are available right now on Hulu. Maybe I'll watch that. I have to start that.
I was gonna say, have you watched season 1?
I have to watch that. So maybe I'll do that and I'll do Andor.
I thought it was good. It just, I don't know. The show's not for me. I'm glad people are enjoying it. I love Jeremy Allen White from Shameless. I get the appeal of the show. It just doesn't appeal to me. So maybe it will for you.
News dump. All right, so check us out at the top of next week in like a day or so. We're putting this out way too late, but we did it for you.
Credit to us.
Credit to us. Maybe we'll do super expensive movies or we'll figure something else out. Also, heads up, we'll be at Idle Hands Craft Ales, 89 Commercial Street, Malden, Massachusetts on July 17th, I believe.
That sounds right. That sounds correct. It's a Wednesday.
That Wednesday. And we'll be back there with Parks and Recreation trivia. And we are going to have ourselves a time.
Bang.
So join us then. Join us at the top of this week. And thank you for joining us at News Dump.